Question 13. Which of the following expressions results in a positive number? Select 3 that apply. So again, we know we need to select 3. So we want to find something that's a positive number. And even if you're really bad with fractions or decimals, don't worry because you can probably figure this out in the process of elimination. Alright, so if we look at A, you can also probably use a calculator. So if we look at A and we're thinking 0.25 plus negative 0.75. So different signs you subtract and you keep the sign of the larger number. So if you look here, the larger number is 0.75 because having 0.75 of something is a lot closer to 1 than having 0.25 of something. And so that's going to give us a negative number because the larger number is negative. So that is not the correct answer. Alright, if we look at B, alright, negative 5 halves plus negative 5 halves. Again, you're going to add those two together and keep the sign. And that's going to, again, give you a negative number, so that is not correct. Alright, if we look at C, we have to do a little bit of work here because these do not have common denominators, so it's a little bit harder to tell if you're not as good at fractions. So if you have different signs, you're going to subtract. So I'm going to actually do the positive one, so 1 1/4 minus 1 1/5. My common denominator is going to be 20, so I'm going to have to multiply this by 5, multiply this by 4, so I'm going to get 1 and 5 over 20 minus 1 and 4 over 20. Alright, and if I subtract those two, I get 1 and 1 over 20. And the bigger number is actually 1 1/4 because 1/4 is bigger than a fifth. So C is a correct answer, that it will be a positive number. Alright, if we look at D, we have negative 4.25 plus 4.75. Same kind of concept as the first one, except now the smaller number is the negative. So you're going to subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. So the larger number is 4.75, so therefore this is going to result in a positive. If I look at E, we still haven't found 3, so I got to keep going. 8 1/3 plus negative 7 1/5. Again, different signs. Subtract, keep the sign of the larger number. 8 1/3 is the larger number. I have 3 now, so I can be done.